muscles about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself. If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that witness box.
In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon.
Fala galera, como é que vocês estão? Tudo bem? Aqui é o Cezinho e bora para mais um episódio da nossa série de Genshin Impact. Se você não conhecia o canal, já desce aqui, já se inscreve, deixa um like, deixa um comentário e claro, sempre que você puder compartilhar o canal, eu vou ser muito grato para você, tá certo? Então no último episódio a gente tinha começado e terminado a missão lendária da Jean e nesse meio tempo a gente também precisou estar fazendo algumas coisas do Venti, então a gente vai estar terminando a missão, tá? Eu vou cortar durante a gravação aí para vocês pegarem o que foi do Venti, vai estar certinho aqui separado para vocês, e agora a gente vai direto até ele terminar.
Hey, look over there! She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking and laughing with somebody else. What? You mean you used to act like that too? So is this an invisible friend who hangs out? Imagination? Oh, you must mean so this imaginary. Seriously? So, Paimon was looking forward. No way! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a.
Oh, traveler.
Ah, eu comecei a missão do Venti, meu Deus do céu!
Tone deaf bard.
Come now, for this
Dangerous?
That's right. Sadly, at least.
Huh?
If you want to know for.
So,
Anyway.
do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? All right then.
There it is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure, how can I help? Mr. Floaty is my best...
Flora,
What's wrong?
Friends with...
Because...
Isn't that called being...
that I only found... I think his name was... Stanley's, and you can tell he's an... The amazing... He's in the city...
that sounds like a...
I am the bridge.
Que isso? É um guarda da ruína. Mano, que criança piroca da cabeça.
His imaginary friend is a Paimon's
what?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Serious? How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
The thing about wine is, it seems to me, just, throw you know, the same. I see no reason. Is that so? Sorry. That's odd.
Acho que eles não têm, né?
Seems our suspicions were right.
Like I said, a lack of childlike...
So people...
What?
É a Jean.
Jean? What? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? Yeah.
Oh,
Are you always...
you bet. Today... Oh, I hope I can be...
So that you can fight...
Seems Ellen
I was thinking... how can I
A gente
smash
vai
all these
ajudar ela?
training dummies at once?
Assim, ó.
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed.
Por sinal parece a missão diária, né?
So...
Ellen!
Thanks. Shoot. Honorary knight. Could you deliver a message to... He's a friend of mine. We were gonna meet up to... If I'm not mistaken, Stanley's a truly legendary advent. Great.
The Temple of the Lion?
Ah, agora a gente pode usar o Venti, legal.
Before, didn't we? During the storm terror incident. Looks like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me.
We didn't bag all the loot last time.
Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky.
Tum! Ui! Aqui, como sempre, a gente vai então estar usando o Venti o máximo que a gente puder para vocês estarem vendo.
Let's play.
Opa!
Time for takeoff. Yahoo!
Ah, o E dele saiu errado. A ult dele.
Think you can get away? Yahoo!
O famoso liquidificador Venti, né? Infelizmente ele não envelheceu assim tão bem quanto outros personagens, porque acabou que foram criados muitos monstros que não são carregados pela ultimate dele, não tomam esse controle de grupo. Então, principalmente em questão de abismo, é muito mais complexo, você não consegue extrair 100% do boneco, porque você não consegue fazer eles serem carregados, tá vendo?
I was so sure I was about to die.
E você tava quase.
Could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume.
Yes. Who are you?
Actually,
Só o
we're
Deus.
looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Tá de piada, né?
You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Jafari?
The very...
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
I think we should keep going. With Stanley by our side, we'll have no problem.
Okay,
Tá de
motion
piada,
passed
né?
by
Você já
unanimous
teve muito problema com o cara do seu lado.
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
Pera aí. Ele tem um amigo que é igual a ele? Só que cheio de cicatriz?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend.
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face.
É verdade, se
You're saying his
encaixa
imaginary
nele.
friend is an idealized version of his own self?
Então é
Interesting
tudo
idea.
mentira?
But is it true?
Please excuse
E ele
me.
idealiza?
I'll be leaving now.
Bye,
Caralho!
Stanley. Do you two still have time to...
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable
Cara, não
of,
faz sentido ele ter
maybe they'll
deixado isso pra
finally come
trás.
around to the idea of me. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it because...
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help Venti. You coming?
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years
Ele
ago.
usou toda a justificativa necessária pra
Dadaupa
conseguir
Gorge, was it?
o Venti.
Let's hurry. There's
Hey, that bunch of hilly churls. Are they holding some kind of ceremony?
Agora que porra é essa?
lo and behold, the sword of brilliant valor.
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon, and a little worse for wear, too. Why would hilly before a piece of junk like this?
Seems somebody tossed an old sword into a pile of spoils these hilly trolls were already celebrating.
This is in terrible
Eles
shape.
já estavam.
And it's so basic,
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an ANEMO crystal fly? They're found in the open country around Mondstadt. If you saw one in broad daylight, you wouldn't bat an eyelid. But in the pitch blackness of night, its brilliant glow is mesmerizing. It truly resembles an exquisite crystal. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless, fades into the background. But when you're in dire straits,
You're right. You're right. Then this
Caraca.
has to be it.
Usou o lendário
This is the
discurso
sword
no
of
jutsu.
brilliant valor.
So, we got our sword. Now we just need that shield. Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so... Huh?
There's somebody there.
Stanley? What's he doing here?
He's acting so weird.
What happened? Why did you stop all of us?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Just one of those Morris...
What? Where? I
Será
wanna
que esse
see.
cara tá querendo se livrar dessas coisas?
Maybe another time. We...
Ou será que ele tá querendo forçar a gente a lutar com Hilly Trolls, pensando que vai eliminar a gente? Tá me tirando que é esse escudo genérico, né?
Behold, the shield of magnificent...
Liar, liar, pants on fire. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still
Caraca,
they fight
Venti,
till
que
the very
papinho.
end, till they have no blood left to bleed.
You do have a point, Okay then. Mr. Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some hilly trillium.
Eita, prela.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Eita, porra.
Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Well, if you insist.
Não sei o que eu tô fazendo. Ah, ele gostou.
Cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating... Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Gosh,
Caramba, eu achei
thank
que a
you
gente
so
ia ter que
much.
lutar.
I can't believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Ah, o Venti tava querendo fazer ele acreditar mesmo.
Wait! The wine! You promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll.
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard?
Coincidência, né?
You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's
Ah, entendi. Faz sentido. Eu já tava achando que ele tava sendo maldoso, né?
You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hillage. I'll get back to my, stroll now.
A gente não pode desmascarar ele agora? O cara já foi.
Conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to... Although, on further reflection, someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing. Anyway,
Faz sentido pra mim o que ele falou, mas tudo bem.
Angel's Share tonight.
O Stanley tá aí? Ah, a gente vai ficar ouvindo as coisas dele.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley?
Caraca, que pesado.
If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short. And all because of a worthless tax.
Does anyone get what's going on
Caraca, que
here?
bad,
I think our
mano.
friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories that every Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was.
Ah, é por
and he lives
isso.
on.
Ele não quis ficar com a glória, ele só quis que o cara não fosse esquecido.
I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Ih, caralho.
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh,
Que fofinho, né?
really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first
Puta
place.
merda.
Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Caramba, tá um nó essa história, hein?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about...
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential.
Mas foi porque ele manteve a história do Stanley vivo que novos aventureiros
Total
se
fraud.
inspiram.
Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories, experiences. What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore.
Provavelmente ele bebe tanto pra viver com esse sofrimento que ele tá começando a já não conseguir
Is that
lembrar.
he
Né?
died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and no adventurer should have to go that way. No adventure.
Porra, mano, pesado, velho.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down.
Cara, deve ser assustador vivenciar um negócio assim, né?
That I'm gonna be okay.
Pelo menos ele vai parar de sofrer, né?
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember?
Nossa, ele vai
I'll head
cobrar o
out to fetch
vinho.
the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Esse lugar de sempre é a árvore lá?
Where's
Acho que é
that
isso, né?
supposed to be? What? Hey!
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right?
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So So then
Caramba.
what happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Acabou?
Era isso?
Mas enfim, deu pra entender, né, que o amigo do Venti morreu, né, provavelmente nessa batalha. E aí o Venti assumiu a forma desse amigo pra não se esquecer dele, né? Mas é isso, galera. Então a gente terminou a missão lendária do Venti. Muito obrigado pra você que assistiu até aqui, de coração, tá bom? Não esquece, se inscreve aqui embaixo, deixa seu like, deixa um comentário e compartilha o canal sempre que você puder pra gente crescer um pouquinho cada vez mais, tá certo? E até a próxima, galera. Valeu! Falou!